They didn't know about the police reports being filed behind their back. They didn't realize they were sleeping next to someone whose entire identity was constructed around destroying you and taking your place. But they're finding out now. Every memory they have is now tainted with the knowledge that manipulation existed from the very start. How this person trapped your ex requires examination. What they did requires sociopathic calculation. This wasn't love. This wasn't even lust. This was a business transaction disguised as romance. They looked at your ex and saw a resource, money, status, security, someone they could lock down through the most ancient trap in human history, a child. Here's what happened. They got pregnant fast, suspiciously fast. The timeline doesn't add up if you actually do the math. But wrapped in manipulation and false intimacy, your ex believed the story. They believed this child was theirs. They stepped up. They took financial responsibility. They made commitments. They built their entire future around a narrative that might have been calculated deception from the very start. Think about the psychology required. You have to look at another human and see only utility. You have to be willing to weaponize a child as a tool for control. You have to construct elaborate lies and maintain them for extended periods. You have to perform emotions you don't feel. You have to fake love while executing strategy. This is predatory behavior, someone operating without conscience. Exactly the kind of person who would also cast hexes on someone they envy. Your ex was funding this person's life, paying for housing, providing for children who might not be theirs biologically, sacrificing time, energy, resources, their entire future for a family unit potentially constructed on fraud. The manipulator knew it. They knew the truth about paternity. They knew exactly what they were doing, but the lie was working. It gave them the lifestyle they wanted without earning it. It kept your ex trapped in obligation. This person who trapped your ex with a potentially fake pregnancy is the same person who was hexing you, the same person copying your identity, the same person obsessed with taking your place. See how it all connects. They didn't just want your ex, they wanted your entire life. They wanted to step into the role you occupied and erase you from the narrative completely. Identity theft on a metaphysical level. Lies require maintenance. The bigger the lie, the more energy it takes to sustain it. They were juggling multiple deceptions simultaneously, lying about paternity, lying about who they really were, lying to your ex, lying to police about you, hiding spiritual attacks, maintaining their copycat performance. Eventually something had to break. You can't sustain that many lies indefinitely. The weight becomes crushing. The unraveling starts. That unraveling is happening right now. If these words stirred your consciousness, hype this video to help more chosen ones awaken to this. Your ex is having an experience that's breaking their entire perception of reality. They're connecting dots they should have connected long ago. They're seeing patterns they deliberately ignored. They're realizing that every time you tried to warn them, you were speaking truth they chose to reject. That realization is crushing them, not because you need them crushed, because truth has weight. When you've been living in fantasy for extended periods, truth arrives like a wrecking ball. They're thinking about you constantly, not romantically, devastatingly. They're remembering how you brought peace to chaos, how you mediated conflicts they should have handled themselves, how you made their life manageable even when they created unnecessary drama. They took all of that for granted. They thought it was boring. They thought they were missing out on excitement. They thought grass was greener with someone performing passion instead of offering authentic partnership. Now they're drowning in consequences of chasing an illusion. They're stuck with someone who lies as naturally as breathing, someone who weaponizes children, someone creating constant crisis for control, someone who manipulated them from the very first day. Your ex is exhausted. They're overwhelmed. They're starting to understand that what they had with you was real, while what they have now is a collapsing performance. You're not waiting for them to realize what they lost. You're not hoping for validation. You already know your worth. You already rebuilt. You already moved forward. Their realization doesn't complete you. It confirms what you already knew. You were the prize. You were the catch. You offered something genuine, and they fumbled spectacularly while chasing someone performing a copied version of you. Your ex is about to reach out. They're crafting messages in their head right now. They're rehearsing apologies. They're figuring